Hey, hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday? Y'all, it's been so beautiful here today. It was supposed to rain, but it looks like the rain's gonna come in about 11 o'clock, and then it looks like we're just gonna keep raining all through the week. But we're gonna have a great Memorial weekend, so can't wait, y'all. Weekend vibes, right? So hope everyone is doing well. I've come on a little early today just because I was ready to craft. I've actually been crafting all day, or most of the day anyway. When you get on, hit the heart button and type in birds, and I will be glad to send you the supply list of what we're going to do today. So, y'all, we have these super cute bird cutouts, okay? I have, this is what they look like. You see the white. You can see the wood grain. I have sanded them down just a little bit. Same thing with this one, sanded it down, okay? So we're gonna do that. They actually come with these little cute little wing accessories. Y'all, so cute. They're little wood pieces, okay? So we're gonna do that. Oop, if I don't drop them everywhere and lose them, which I'm, known to do. I'm gonna make some little stands for them as well, y'all. We're gonna use some Jenga blocks. Dollar Tree Jenga blocks. I mean, everybody uses the Jenga blocks. And we're going to Mod Podge. So today's going to be a little longer one. I found this. This was at the Dollar General for $1. So I got that. And I'm going to Mod Podge this napkin on the bottom of this. And then we're going to do some chalking, y'all. So let's get busy. I am going to use, now this is you can see our bird cutouts transfer. How stinking cute. So you could use these on the actual cutouts, or you could use them on other surfaces as well, y'all. Now there's two, you can see the bottom two are words and the top two are flowers. And then there's different little wing options for those little wing accessories. So this is our bird cutout pattern. I'm going to use several today because I'm going to show y'all how to kind of use what you have as far as transfers go. Okay, so you guys have seen me use this before on our house frame, our house box frame. I've used all this. Today I'm only going to use to our nest. And then, y'all, you've also seen me use this. This transfer has 6 individual transfers on it. You can see all these. This is our Life in Full Bloom. I have actually used all of these except for Hello. I've used the rest. And Welcome. So I haven't used this one either, but we're going to use the Welcome on it. I'm not using Spring, but I needed a small little Welcome, and this was the only transfer that I had that was the small enough Welcome that would fit on this house. So let's get busy. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to be standing this up in a little, this is going on my dining room table, y'all. It has birds, and I actually have a really pretty vase that was my uncle's, who had passed away many years ago, and it was his, and it's so beautiful. So I kind of worked around it. So that's what we're going to work on. I'm going to use it in that. So now I'm going to take off, you see it has this little wood dowel. I'm going to take it off, but I am going to put it back on. But it's going to be easier to Mod Podge with that off. But I do think it's cute. It looks like a little perch. So I do like it. It's cute. I've got to be careful with this little thing. This thing don't play. Try not to break it, y'all. Trying. Let me use my little scraper here. There we go. I got it. I was trying to just gently be doing it. Hey, Jess. Hey, Tyler. Okay. So it's okay. It left kind of a little hole, but that's fine. I'm going to put it back in there anyway. I want to use it. It's going to be easier to Mod Podge without that being there. And to use my transfers as well. So we'll sand it off in just a minute. I'm just going to set it over here for right now. Okay. I'm going to peel off this. This is just paper. You know, most of these little things that you get from the Dollar Tree or dollar store like this, it's actually paper on this little what is it, like masonite board, or I think that's what it's called. You know, it's kind of like cardboard, like paper board. I think it's masonite, I don't know. But it's definitely not wood, but that's okay. We can still use it. I just like to get the top layer of this paper off as much as possible. I do just paint right over it. It doesn't really ever give me a problem if I take that top layer off. Okay. Got a little bit up here. And I'm going to leave the little roof the way it is. I probably won't even, I'll probably leave the roof just the metal, the shiny metal. Just, it'll be fine where it's going to be. I don't think you're actually going to see one way or the other. So, okay, I'm going to take my little sanding block, y'all, and I'm just going to sand it. I'm going to sand it over here across, because I don't want y'all to, it always gets in front of my camera, and it's hard for y'all to see them. It's still May. Still May. Y'all still May see. My cousin always says, oh, it's snowing again. I know. But you know, sometimes you just got to do these on live so y'all can see the whole process. You know? Okay. Sorry. Here. Let's get it going. Is it gone? I can see like little things flying. Oh well. Okay. So I'm just using my Waverly White chalk paint just to I want to put a white on this just so the napkin, you know, doesn't show through. You know, I wanted a white background and not a brown, and that brown will show through if not. My white, y'all, is getting at the bottom, so I'm starting to get some little chunks in here, so I'm having to be careful. Oh, I meant to get a little, don't have one over here. It's okay. Let me grab a paper towel, just so I don't get it all over my table. So has anybody been crafting this weekend, or what's everybody been up to? We had a little craft fair, a local little craft fair that my mom and I went to. It was really kind of sad. It wasn't as big as it was last year, which was surprising because last year, you know, everything was not up to par. And I was really shocked. Kind of made me sad. It's just a small little town, you know, craft. It's almost like a whole fair, you know, they have food and music and everything, but just wasn't the same this year. They really didn't have a whole lot of anything. It was kind of sad. All right, I'm going to do the sides because you may, where I'm going to put this, see the sides and the bottom. Not the bottom, but definitely the sides. Or possibly the sides, I should say. I may end up actually later on doing just painting the back as well. I don't know. It's brown. Well, yeah, I'll probably paint it as well, just because I don't like the way that looks. All right, let me get in this little hole here. And then I'm going to dry this good. Okay, perfect. So that's all. Just put just a coat of white, just because your napkin is one ply. You know, when you get your Mod Podge down, it's going to be that one ply. So you do not want it to show through. That's all. Now I'm gonna turn this down so it don't burn nothing. This one is definitely easier. Okay, let me dry this up. And I thought this was just a cute little house, like little bird house that would be really cute with this whole idea. I actually have another little birdhouse over there too that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's just a little wooden birdhouse. You know, it's actually a whole little, it's little, I thought it'd be cute too, but I'm not sure yet. I don't want to junk up my little tray. I'm sometimes less is a better kind of gal. Okay, so let's get our Mod Podge. And let's paint that on here. Okay, and y'all know I do the Mod Podge with the technique of drying it and heat setting it with an iron. So now I just pour my Mod Podge, if I can, on my surface. That just keeps me from having to wash another tray or throw away another paper plate or something like that. Y'all do it however you want. So when you're putting on your Mod Podge, make sure you're going to your edge and make sure that you don't have a lot of bumps and big areas, you know, big raised up areas of Mod Podge. You want it, you know, pretty smooth, just so your napkin sits better, y'all. Okay. Alrighty, so let's dry this up. Quick and easy. And I dry it pretty much completely. The heat will reactivate the Mod Podge. I love doing Mod Podge, y'all. I'm kind of doing it a lot lately because I love the way that it gives that finished, especially when I'm redoing something. Not so much on my surfaces that are already, you know, a great surface or just a plain wood surface that I'm starting out with. But if I am doing something that, you know, like this, I'm redoing, I don't know, the napkin and the Mod Podge, it just gives you such a great area to, or a good canvas, really, a good solid, I don't know, good canvas, easy canvas, and it turns out really pretty. So, okay, so I'm using this napkin, and I'm going to try to use, well, y'all know I use my little fingers, my little glue fingers. And this is a 2-ply napkin, y'all. I believe. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we just want to take apart our plies very easily. Y'all hit the heart button if y'all have tried the Mod Podging with the iron method. I know that you can also, you know, I know some people Mod Podge, put their napkin on wet, and then Mod Podge over top of it. I just find it gives me more wrinkles, and I can't get my wrinkles out. So it kind of drives me crazy a little bit. So I don't really love doing it that way. Okay, so all I want is my ivy along the bottom, y'all. That's all. I just really want, let me take this off so I can pull it straight and I can look at it. I really just want my ivy along the bottom, just to give it a little, you know, I don't know, little decoration on the bottom. Not a lot, because I do need room to put my words. So I think we're going to go with that right there. Okay. Then you take your wax, or your parchment paper. Do not use wax. Use parchment, y'all. Definitely use parchment. Okay, I think we're good. Lay down our parchment paper. And I always start from the middle and go work myself out. And it kind of helps keep it straight without, you know, very many wrinkles, y'all. This method, I don't get a lot of wrinkles. That's why I love it. Okay, pull to the edge, make sure. And then I'm going to always pull up, make sure that this is good. Let me, I'm going to get in this, see if I can get closer. Yeah, this is good. Get closer to the roof line so that I make sure that little edge is down, because I'm going to cut it with an X-Acto knife. So I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, perfect. So y'all, it's just simple that way. You know, it gives you, so it creates a very pretty slate, clean slate. Gives you some little design on the bottom. I love it. I think it looks great. I love this little method. So I'm going to cut off some of this though. It'll be easier for me. I'll cut this off. Okay. Then Then we're going to take our sanding block, okay, and I'm going to sand down, downward motion, and that will give you a clean edge, and it just comes right off. I know y'all are probably seeing the little snowflakes. So look y'all, so I also have, I keep an emery board over here, so that helps me get these little crevices right here that I can't get to, helps me get up in there, y'all. Okay, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen these, but look, I found these the other day, y'all. Those are sand little sanders. They look like, you know, they look like eyeshadow applicators. But I found them the other day and I was like, oh yes, I need those. I need those. And I have used them. So, I like little things like that, y'all. I like little gadgets like that. I just do. Okay, so I'm just going to poke a hole right there. And I'm going to kind of sand that as well with my little emery board, and I'm going to go down with it. Now I've also seen people, I believe, like use water, you know, like a paintbrush with water on it, but I don't know. I've never tried that, not with napkins anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to use my little X-Acto knife, y'all, and I'm just going right beside that little edge along the roof line. Get that cut off. This just don't want to come off. Oh, no wonder. I had a little bit of Mod Podge stuck on that, y'all. I was like, why is that not coming off? Well, I forgot I had some on the roof. So I'm gonna just have to peel that off that little metal part. No big deal. But I do remember I got a little bit up on the roof because I wanted it to go into the little edge there, y'all. Okay. Perfect. And there we have it. Okay, so we got ourselves a cute little, clean little space to work on. All right, so I am going to, I think I'm going to wax it a little bit, y'all, because I don't want it pulling out my napkin. And y'all, I washed my little applicator because it was getting funky. Really bad. So I'm just going to wax right on the bottom here where I am going to put my transfer. And I just turn it over and buff it off, y'all. Okay. Easy, easy. All right. And y'all, that was just our surface wax as well. Now, let me see what I'm going to do here. I'm using this Welcome Spring, and I told y'all all I'm using is the Welcome, okay? And again, this is going to show you how just to take apart transfers and use them as you like. Now, I am using our fuzzing cloth, and I'm just putting some fuzz on the back, y'all. All that means is I'm just applying a little bit of lint on the back so that it's not so sticky. These are very sticky. Our they're reusable sticky transfers. So you put some fuzz on them so that they will come off, y'all, and not take everything off with it. All right, so I'm just gonna hold this up, make sure I've got a straight on both sides. Let me move it over just a snip, y'all. And if you hold it up, if you hold your surface up and against the light, it'll give you the shadow. It's much easier to see if you're straight. For me, anyway. I think we are good. Let me move down just a little bit. I think I am right at that hole, so I'm just going to move it down just a bit, just a tiny bit. Okay. And again, all I'm using is the Welcome part, okay? Yeah. Okay, and I am using my black velvet. Well, I thought I got it out. Hold on. There we go. So I'm using just my black velvet paste. And let me turn this iron off, y'all, before I burn myself and y'all hear me scream bloody murder. Okay. So I'm just using my black. I was going to use my Storm, but I think I want this to kind of pop a little more. So just stay on that Welcome. Okay. You're just going to take your little mini squeegee here, or whatever squeegee you have, and paste it on, y'all. And then you're going to take your excess off. That's it. Very simple. You get the greatest designs. Okay. Put your excess back in there, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off. I will tell you, it's so much easier to clean, especially these, as you go. So much easier. And I always get black on me, y'all. I don't know if y'all are ever painting with black, but it seems like the black just literally sticks to me. Okay, so let's take this Welcome off, because that's all I'm going to use on it. Okay, so we got that. So stinking cute. Now the other one, you know, the one that this came on, you know, the one I pulled off, said welcome to our home. But I wanted to say welcome to our nest. I just thought that was cuter. Okay, so I have I'm going to show y'all. I might show y'all. I'm not sure. Hold on. Okay, so I bought a kitty litter tray, okay? Just a kitty litter tray from the Dollar Tree. And I keep, I was working with yellow earlier, y'all. Y'all see the yellow. But I just put some water in the bottom of it. And as I am doing my lives, I can just drop these in here. And then when I'm finished, y'all, they just clean up very, very easily. So it's just kind of my little, I like doing it that way. It's just much easier. So, okay, now, I think I'm going to use the black on the nest too. All right, let's try this so that we can use this transfer. Dry it really good. Y'all like crafting on Sundays? I really do. Seems like it's just, I don't know. It's kind of relaxing and mellow around my house on Sundays usually. Okay, so I have used this before. And what I did on this one is I actually scored each one so that it would all still fit on my same backing sheet. Okay, so this is already, like I said, I've already used it, but I am going to fuzz it again. Okay, just because I am on this napkin, y'all. And the napkin's a little bit delicate. A little bit, you know, it's a napkin. It's kind of delicate, so I don't want anything pulling that up. All right, so what I'm going to have to do, let's see. I think I'm going to have to do 2 hour right under that, and then nest right under that. And it has different font, and I'm okay with that. I still think it's so cute. That's what I love. Like I said, that's what I love about our transfers, y'all. Just take them apart, use pieces and parts of them. And that was kind of a little bit of my theme today of showing you, which I do that quite often, y'all. I do take apart, use pieces and parts all the time. Okay, so let's take that off. So we got 2 hour. Okay, let me dry this. I'm just going to hold this over here because I'm going to use the bottom. And I'm hoping, what I may do is put on my backer sheet, a piece of backer sheet on it. I'll show you. Because this is still wet. Okay, so it's still wet on your transfer. Okay. I think we're dry. Y'all, this is a chalk in paste form and it dries very, very quickly. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to take just this backer sheet and make sure I got it on the shiny side. And I'm going to put this on it. I'm hoping this will work so that my black does not get on here, okay? And I don't want to wash it yet, that's why. Trying to keep from washing it, y'all. The only thing is it makes it a little difficult to get into the center, but that's, I think we'll be okay. I think I'll get it. So I just kept that on the backer sheet. Did y'all see how I did that? So that you can use, again, bits and pieces and not get the other part because that is still wet. But I didn't really want to, you could wash it. You know, you could go ahead and just wash it. It's just a little more time consuming. If I'm working on a project for someone or off, you know, off a live or something that I'm trying to, I don't mind taking some time. I may wash it. Maybe not. I mean, this does it just as well, and it's just as fast. You do just as good with it, so not a big deal. Super cute. Okay, so there we have it. Y'all hit the heart button if you like it. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my water over here, y'all. Okay, and I always put it sticky side up in my water, all right? And we put our backer sheets over. You know, we use all of our backer sheets again, always. Now let me dry this. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue my little stick back on, y'all. And I've got one little other thing to do with this, and then we're going to do our birds and then build our little stands for our birds, y'all. Okay, so let me get my little stick right here, y'all, and I'm just gonna sand off. It's got a little bit of hot glue on the edge, so try to get that off. Okay, So let me just put, I'm just going to use just a little bit of hot glue on it. Nothing's going to be on this. It's literally for looks. So not a big deal. Just for looks. Let me get some of this hot glue off here. I don't want all that on there. Hold on. There we go. Hold that in there. Perfect. Okay, so that's it. I just thought it would be cute just to put it back on there. Okay, then I am going to take my favorite wax. My favorite wax, y'all. This is Bear. Y'all, I got glue stuck in my ring. Okay, this is this Bear wax, okay? It's decorative finish wax, and this is dark antique, I believe. Yes, dark antique. I got this at Home Depot, okay? My favorite stuff ever. I use it all the time, y'all, all the time, and hardly any of it's gone. I use it, you know, as the dry brushing method, so I kind of just stick that down in there, and I get off most of it, and then I like to just go across and make this look a little bit worn. It's the look I like. I think it's super cute. Just like that. And I got a little blob up there. Actually, I can just, so if you can take a paper towel and you can, you know, just wipe off and kind of lighten it if you want to. I like when it has darker areas on other part, you know, and I really like it on the sides. Okay, so I try to go darker on the sides, but I like it like that. Okay, so it just gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, just rustic, more rustic look. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. That's pretty much finished, y'all. I mean, that's all there is to that one. Okay, I'm literally just sitting this in my tray, and when I'm finished on live, I will go upstairs and I will take a picture of everything and post it, as I sometimes do, in the comments on this live, so that you can see what it looks like all put together. Okay, now let's do our little birdies, y'all. These are so stinking cute. All right. So I am using the little one on this side and the big one on this side. So I want to use the flowered transfers, okay? So, and let me just cut these out. And I am going to cut these out. I'm not leaving them on this transfer. Sometimes I do cut them out, sometimes I don't. This time I'm gonna. And I'm gonna cut out these little, I'm using the more, this one and the bigger one like that, because I want more of it to show. So the more white you see on a transfer, the more that's what's gonna actually go through. Okay, that's what you're gonna see more chalking of. But there's some cute ones. This one looks like a feather. So cute. Love it, love it. Okay, so there's that one, that one. I'm gonna cut this one apart. Okay, perfect. The four I'm gonna use. Now, I'm gonna be using Dusty Blue, my favorite color. This is the color of my dining room that this is going in. And then Eucalyptus, okay? So these colors, this is really, my house is French country. So I like the more, I don't know, muted, not really pastels, I guess, but they're kind of a farmhousey colors, you know, that farmhousey color. All right, so these fit on, we'll fuzz this, y'all. These fit on our little bird cutouts perfectly, okay? And I am going to wax my bird cutout just a little, I believe, maybe. Actually, no, I sanded it. I think I'll be fine, okay? So this just fits right on it, y'all. So cute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on as well. Then we will just roll with chalking, y'all. Let me fuzz it really good. I have never used these. I've been wanting to, but these take a little longer. And I know that during the week, some people, it's harder to stay on lives that long. Which, you know, any day of the week, I'm sure it's hard to stay for some people, but I get it. I just feel like Sundays are easier sometimes. Okay. There's that one. Okay, and then my little wings, I'm going to go ahead and put those on as well. I can't see comments. I'm not sure if anybody's making comments, but anyway, hopefully you're here and you can see me. Hopefully. Okay, so this little kit also comes with, now this is harder to stick, y'all, because there's not much to stick, okay? The green, let me show you just a second. The little green dots you see, that's the only sticky part. So it's a little tougher to do these little things, but it's okay. We can get them done. Let me make sure I'm doing the right side though. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter on these. Okay. So these come with, this little kit comes with these little square sticky things. I'm not real sure if they work. They sometimes drive me crazy using. So I may resort to my hot gun, I don't know, to put these wings on. We're just gonna see. I'm gonna try to use the pieces so that y'all can just see and utilize what you sent, you know, if you get these. But I'm just saying, sometimes I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with them, or if I'm doing, I don't know. So, all right. So we got that one on. Those aren't real sticky, so. Okay, so my bigger one, I'm gonna do my dusty blue. I think this is gonna be so stinking cute. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this. If I do go on live, usually it's on Sunday evenings, and I know, again, you know, you don't want to sit on live forever and a day. I usually try to do my crafts, you know, try to do 30 minutes or less. But every now and again, I think it's okay to go over. I know that I watch people craft over 30 minutes, so. Okay, so just chalk that on. Again, same thing, get your excess off. You don't want any raised bumps, lumps on there. It will show through. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do my large little wing, y'all. Okay. And I'm also just doing it in the same color. I'm not doing a lot of contrasting. This is the way I like it. This is how I like my decor. Especially in that room. Okay, now, go ahead and clean that off. Now I do have plenty, look y'all, I've got plenty of these squeegees that I could grab another clean one, but it's honestly just easier to clean it as I go, and then I'm done. All right, let's take our bird off first, since he's been done. Okay. Oh y'all, that's so pretty. I love it. I love the flowers and the, So y'all hit the heart button if y'all like birds. Okay, I'm gonna set him over here, let him dry. Put this in my water. And now I'm going to take my little wing off, y'all, and that's all it does. Okay, so the little spots of green that I showed you, that's where you're seeing the white now. Okay, so that's my little wing. I think that's so cute. Now, you don't have to use the wing. It's not necessary, but I just think it gives it a little added dimension. Okay, all right, so this is my eucalyptus. Beautiful, beautiful green. We have some beautiful greens, y'all. We have a sage that's gorgeous. I believe we still have sage. It's so hard sometimes for us to get raw materials right now to make our products that some of our colors have had to, or they've just retired them one. But I do believe sage is still on. I love sage too. It's just lighter. It's a lighter color. Okay. All right. Let me get my little wing. This is difficult, y'all. This little wing don't want to cooperate. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And excess back. All right, let's pull our bird first. It's hard to get a hold of it. Oh, how stinking pretty, y'all. So pretty, so pretty. Okay. Let me put that in there. And this little wing. Okay. Now, I'm going to set those over there and let them dry. I'm literally going to set them right over here. Get them out of the way so I don't get into them. And I'm going to build some little stands for my birds, y'all. Now, a lot of people that I've seen do these birds, they've used the little, the little candle holders. You know, the little ones and then a larger one or whatever, which will be really cute to sit them on. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm making a stand for these to stand on so that they're on the tray and you can actually see them. Now, I am using a Jenga blocks, y'all. Infamous Dollar Tree Jenga blocks. And I am going to, I'm using 3 for the little one and 6 for the big one. Okay, and then I'm also using these small little, these are from the wood pile at Hobby Lobby, and they're called candle cups. Okay, so these are small, you can see they're just small little candle cups. Okay, so I'm going to be turning them over like that, and then we're going to glue our bird on there. Okay, so we're just going to make us some little stands, y'all. You can do that. All right, so let me get my hot glue gun out, y'all, and we're just going to glue these together, and then I'm going to paint them. Easy, easy, easy. Y'all, these Jenga blocks, if y'all know, you know. Jenga blocks are used for anything and everything, y'all. Okay. So that's all. Just made a little, you know, little stand. We set that over there and let that one dry. Let's make this one. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on top of it too so it can be dried as well. And that way we'll paint it all together. Okay, so that's what we've made. Just a cute little It's just a little stand, really. I just really wanted some height for my birds in that tray. That's all. I didn't want anything. And I wanted to use what I had. You know, you kind of get tired of going and buying, and when I have a whole entire craft room in there full of stuff, there's just no reason. It's starting to get windy here, y'all. We're about to, it's supposed to have a little bit of rain, like I said, at 6, but then it's going to stop again. Thank y'all, everyone who has sprinkled my page. I appreciate it. It definitely helps. And again, if anyone is interested in the supplies, just hit the heart button and type in the word birds. Birds, 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 birds. And this may not be, you know, the little jingle blocks may be too plain for you. Again, I just didn't really want, I didn't need anything, I guess, fancy. Okay. Alrighty, hot glue that on now. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little paper towel. And we are going to, I am going to use, what color do I want to use? What do you use? I think I'm going to use my, no, I think I'm going to use my plaster. So this is just Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. And I'm just going to paint these, y'all. Easy, easy. Y'all, these jingle blocks are just so versatile. I love them. So versatile, so simple, so easy. You literally, I mean, people literally use these things for everything. I'm only going to put one coat on this, y'all, because honestly, if some of the wood is kind of showing through, I'm okay with that. I'm going to hit these also with a little bit of wax, Waverly wax, because it's what I like. It's what I like, it's what I like. Okay. Can't find a place to put my finger, y'all. Okay. Let's do this one. Now you can also, like I said, buy the little candle holders that are also in the wood pile, just like these, that are larger, that you could use. It'd be, you know, good to use those as well. I just didn't have any. Didn't want to go get any. Plus, today's Sunday, we all know what, Hobby Lobby's closed. Which I wouldn't have put anyway. Y'all have those days where you're just like, I really don't want to go nowhere. I just really don't want to go, which is crazy for me. My husband always called me, Shonda, gotta go. Because normally, I do. I gotta go, let's go, let's go do, let's go have fun, let's go do this, let's go do that. That's what I like. I like it, I like it. I'm excited for next week, y'all. Memorial Day, we always go to the lake. It's a huge blowout blast. We love it. I always have a blast. Went on the boat all weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful. So Excited. Okay, that's it. So just one little coat on that, okay? And oop, that poor little iron, y'all. If it continues to work after as many times as I have thrown it in the floor, it is worth whatever I paid for it. It's not very much from Walmart. I throw that poor little thing in the floor constantly. Okay. Let's just get these dry. It'll dry super quick. This is chalk paint. Okay. Alright. And I've still got some wax on this. So I'm just going to hit it just a little. Okay. Just a little. Just to give it that color I like. Perfect. Okay, can you see it? So those are just my little stands, okay? And that one. I think they turned out cute. Alrighty. So let's put our little wings on, y'all. Let's make sure these are dry. Let me get these over here and make sure they're dry. These had a lot of chalk paste on them because there was so much, you know, transfer space. So I definitely want to make sure they're dry. I do want to mess them up. They're so cute. Okay, those are dry. So make sure this is dry. Our little birdies. And again, you do not have to use the little wing accessory. I just think it adds a little cute little dimension. So that's what they look like before the wings. So again, you would not have to use that, but I want to. I think it'll be cute. All right, let's try these little things, y'all. Let's try them. I don't know. They kind of drive me crazy. So you stick them on, and then you peel. You know, it's kind of like double-sided tape. You know how double-sided tape is? That's what these are. They're like little double-sided square things, but I don't know why, they just, oh, they drive me crazy. Got it. Okay. How do I want to put it? I think I want mine like that. Like its wing is out like that. I like it like that. You can do it however you would like. I know I've seen some people do them like this, where the wing is down by their arms. I like to think that mine are about to take flight. That's what I think mine are going to do. Take flight. They're going to be like me and be like, Shonda, gotta go. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's just glue them on our little boards here, or our little stands. And let's hope they work. I don't know. I hadn't tried it. Who knows? I'm hoping it'll hold them up. I'm hoping they're not too heavy. We shall see. And I'm thinking I might hit my bird with some wax, maybe. I don't know. All right, there's one. Can y'all see it? So cute, so cute. Okay. And I'm just holding it on, just making sure this glue is gonna hold it, y'all. I don't want it to fall over. Okay. Super simple. There you go. And then here is our little house that I'm gonna put with it. So this is what we'll have in our little, and like I said, I will take a picture and put it in the comments and show y'all what my little tray looks like. So hit the heart button and type in the word birds if you are interested in the supply list. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm usually on at night. Today, y'all, and I will see y'all sometime tomorrow. Thank y'all, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye, y'all.